YouTube, this is Johnny C coming at you with a quick how-to update on how I transplant my seeds. We'll go into later on in the video why I'm even sprouting these seeds right now, and why I'm so upset and stressed out at the moment. But that's just for another time. Anyway, we got a fat purple, the big one, or the bigger one, and then next to it we got a albino Lucky Charms. So both of them have sprouted. The fat purple's doing a little faster. They both dropped within 48 hours ago, and I pH'd it first with the drops, just to show it to you real fast. We got 5.0. It's probably 5.4, 5.5. It's a real light orange, and I usually like to keep it between lime green and orange. But due to it being such a small amount of water and being 2 cubes, it's going to bring the lime off of this, and it's going to bring the pH from being, 5.4 to probably 6.0 almost. And I like to show you, add a few drops of this Fox Farm Big Grow, just to give it a little step. I don't like to give it much of this. It doesn't need it. It's very, very, very concentrated, as you can see. Concentrated. So I only add 2 or 3 drops of this just to have something in it. And I like to add this right here, vitamin B1, totally organic, Omri rated, certified, and it's actually got vitamin B, kelp, 3 different kinds of kelp, and it's also got what's it called, a certain kind of mycorrhizae in it, a real light kind of mycorrhizae. I don't like giving my seeds from start that been soaking in water a whole bunch of bacteria, even though it's beneficial, because whether it's beneficial or it's non-beneficial to your plants, it's bacteria, and bacteria can still take over your plant in a bad way, even though it's beneficial. So I like to add that a little later down the down the road. So I'm gonna go ahead and might as well do this right now. Put a couple drops right here. A little bit of water fell in there from the test tube. So we are ready right now to just drop the cubes in. I'll let these cubes sit, and I'll probably pause the video, and we'll come back in, I don't know, 15-25 minutes, and we'll go ahead and take these seeds right here, and we'll pop them in there. And just to let you guys know, a trade secret that I like to do, and you may not hear it from many people, but You can use tap water or reosmosis water if you're going to drop your seeds in here for 24 to 48 hours to sprout. no longer than 48 hours due to the fact that you can get root rot. If they're not sprouted within 48 hours, and they're not big enough, take it out, put it into a napkin, very damp napkin, put it into a Ziploc bag. You don't want to make sure the napkin's too damp because they've already been sitting in water for 48 hours because you don't want root rot to set it in. Second, peroxide. Straight up peroxide. Add 10 to 20% peroxide to your water before soaking your seeds for 48 hours. Peroxide gives another 10 to 15% success rate from pathogens. It keeps it sterile, and the plants love it. You can add peroxide to your root zone to keep them white. It's just peroxide really does help. It gives it oxygen to the root zone, to the seeds. It sterilizes it. So add some peroxide and let them sit in the peroxide. But besides that, that's basically everything you need to know. But if they're not sprouted before you pull them out within the 48 hours, put them in a napkin for another 24 to 48 hours. Sometimes you just have slow starters. Sometimes they won't pop, and you won't have a seed that will sprout. So, but everybody does their own seed sprouting differently. Alright, this is Johnny C signing out until 15-20 minutes later when we're going to sprout these. Alright, I'm back, guys. It's been at least 45 minutes, and I've already done the fat purple strain. I put her in the Rockwall cube. She's ready to go. She's done. So I'll probably sit her in a Ziploc bag for the next 2 days and wait for her to sprout. That's down. I'm going to do the next one on camera. Squeeze the juice out. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and okay, now I've placed her down. I got a couple pieces of ripped off Rockwall, and now what I want to do is I take my little improvised tool, which is just a zip tie, and I'm gonna go ahead and slide her over. But before I just stick it in the root in the roots, in the hole right there. As you can see, it's right there. I want to put a piece of Rockwall in the side with it to have it bunched up next to the root zone. Very tedious, man. I tell you, tedious, tedious, tedious. Alright guys, this is how I do my Rockwall cubes, and this is how I do it. Please subscribe, and please like the video. This is Johnny C signing out.